Hello all, I'm Chuck Ross. Welcome to this week's VLCeed. Hope this finds you ready to turn these seeds, these single thoughts into flourishing ideas. A little over a week ago, Michelle from our VLC team mentioned that she tells her daughters that they are first at a red light. They should wait 2 seconds once the light turns green before they actually go. She tells them to check out the traffic on both sides, coming both ways, to make sure that those people are actually stopping, before they barrel into an intersection right away. I mean, what a great piece of advice. Doing that very same thing has saved me and my passengers a couple times. Maybe it's helped you as well. Think about this in terms of everyday life. How often do we pause before barreling into a situation or our everyday rat race? Recently I answered an email, without doing my due diligence to investigate the situation. The answer that I gave the client was only half right because of my lack of understanding. As a result, I created more confusion with my answer than if I had just investigated a little bit more. This idea of pausing before moving forward can be such a powerful tool. Not only does it give you a chance to kind of research the concrete, it also gives you a chance to consider options and priorities as you walk through your everyday life. I mean, many of you know that last weekend I lost my black lab, Benson. His passing was a bit unexpected, but it wasn't hard to see that he was getting older, that he was slowing down. Many months ago, because of that, I started giving him just some extra time each day. And sometimes it was a gratuitous neck scratch, and sometimes I would sit on the ground so that he could lean his head into me, which for some reason he just loved to do. When I paused to think about his value to our family and the fact that his time was probably limited, when I paused, it prompted me to take action in a way that turned out to be just incredibly meaningful. I mean, I lost my dog with the knowledge that I spent some quality time with him instead of having regrets because I didn't. Taking the time to pause and consider what your next step should be really is that powerful. It may save you from a person speeding through a red light. It also may help you to see a path that adds value to your life and perhaps the value to the lives of others. So here's some questions for you. What have been some results that you have experienced when you haven't paused? When you haven't paused. And thinking about those experiences, how might a pause have changed those results? And finally, what are some situations that you are facing now or that you face on a daily basis that would benefit from such a pause? And I do think it's important to mention that pause shouldn't just be an empty pause. The pause should be a question for you. Maybe it's observation, maybe it's what are my next steps, but it is important what we do inside of that pause. Thank you for joining me. Have a great week. Take care.